So I don't know if you know, but
Do tell.
St. George is a place that a lot of people are moving to, right? I mean, people, the word is out. People are learning about St. George and they want to move here. In fact, when I drop my kids off at school, you see license plates from tons of different states. You see it from, Texas, Idaho, California, and Nevada.
Yeah, that's true.
So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about if you are moving from Las Vegas to St. George. We're going to talk about everything you need to know. How do you get used to this?
How do you brace yourself?
How do you get used to living in the Sin City, entertainment capital of the world, to little old St. George, a beautiful little small town in the middle of the American Southwest. So stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sean Azad.
And I'm Courtney Dazad, and we're with Keller Williams Realty right here in St. George, Utah. And if you are watching this channel and you want to know everything that there is to know about living here in beautiful St. George, don't forget to press on the subscribe button and don't forget to press on the bell so that you're notified every time we upload a new video, because we upload new videos every week, usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's all about what it's like living here, the good and the bad.
Yeah, and if you're watching this, you're probably thinking, wow, Sean, I love St. George. I love the red rocks, amazing landscape. I can't wait to move out there, but the problem is I don't know what to do, and I totally get that. And that's why you want to reach out to us, so that way we can basically get a good sense of what you're looking for and really help you with your real estate needs. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, what you want to do is you want to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email.
Or you can reach out to us via WhatsApp. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back. Yeah, and just to reiterate, I mean, when you do, walk around town, you meet people, I would say there's a good amount of people who were not born and raised here.
Well, St. George is like the St. George metro area is the fastest growing metropolitan area in all of the United States.
Yeah, I mean, even like my son, I just put him on a soccer team and then I got the list of phone numbers of all the parents. There was literally only 2 people who had a St. George area code. Everyone else was either from Salt Lake City, Arizona, or Southern California.
Yeah, so. it's and even the ones that with the 435 area code, we don't even know if they changed the numbers.
We don't know. So yeah, it's a way of life here, is just meet people from all over. And there's a lot of people who come from Vegas. And I would say probably the biggest question that people have is, you're coming from Sin City.
Yes.
And then you're moving to Sinless City,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
We
have the less part to this.
We have the less, right?
So we might have gluttony, though. So we might have that. But otherwise, not too much sin otherwise.
So you're probably wondering, are you going to miss the restaurants and the nightlife?
The hustle and bustle.
And the entertainment. I mean, I know, Adele is coming to Las Vegas soon, and I'm like, I want to go. So it is true that I wouldn't say day to day you miss it, because we're all busy. We all have our lives. It's not like we're eating at fine dining and going to concerts every day. But I would say one of the things that's so interesting about living here in St. George is that going to Vegas is so easy.
Yes.
So if you feel like you miss these things, it's not a hard trip at all.
Yeah, if you have to see Adele, you're not going to see her every night. Yes. So basically you're going to probably book that concert ticket and go there once. So less than 2 hours drive that way. You can get your Adele fix and then come back home. So it's not like you're a world away. Again, it's a relatively short 2-hour drive. Honestly, what do we feel like here is that, okay, we're from Southern California. What's really popular in Southern California is that, people, let's say, want to go to San Diego to visit.
Yeah,
for let's say the weekend or for the night.
Tourist destination.
Yeah.
Because it's its own little charm. It's different from a lot of cities.
Yeah, and it's about a 2-hour drive, give or take. So it's not and so this is a popular kind of commute to do. So what you can have here is that if you want to get that Vegas fix, it's a super easy drive, and and you can just kind of scratch that itch.
Yeah, it's super easy. You don't have to stay the whole weekend. You could just leave Friday night, stay the night, come back Saturday. It's not a big deal at all.
Yes.
And so then let's talk about, the shopping, because that's another thing. I mean, St. George, while we always say it punches above its weight class in terms of shopping, in terms of grocery stores and Costco and even restaurants. I mean, I would say that it doesn't have the diversity of restaurants, of course, that you have in Las Vegas.
Sure.
That's going to be impossible. But I would say you can find, good restaurants here. It's never going to be like Las Vegas, New York City, anything like that, because that's not why you're here, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're here to obviously take in
It's a slower pace of life.
Slightly.
To enjoy your life.
It's not glacially slow either, right? So it's just like not quite the hustle and bustle of Vegas. And of course, you don't want that population, like huge, overpopulated area. So that's what you got here. Now, of course, when you don't have a huge population, you can't have all the amenities that you would get in a huge metro, like a mega metropolitan area. So, but having said that, like how we talked about, it punches above its weight class. Basically, you do have like your Costco's, you have your, the grocery shopping, tons of different options for groceries, tons of different options for like, let's say your Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, Walmart's, of course, Best Buys, all that stuff. We have all of that, right? So, so we're good from that perspective. We have tons of restaurants. But of course, it's not going to be at on par with what Las Vegas has to offer.
Yeah, I would say probably day to day, you're not going to get as good as sushi. Like I love sushi, so I do miss the sushi. I do miss that we don't have a Whole Foods here. We don't have a Trader Joe's.
But we have Harmon's. So we have things that are alternatives.
Yeah.
Again, they just aren't those ones. Now, and when actually what you said was kind of interesting to me, where basically your day to day is going to be actually rather normal. It's those weekend nights or those special nights, that's where maybe you might feel a little bit of the lack of options, but your normal day actually runs really smoothly.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, day to day, everyone's gets up, goes to work, probably makes their lunch. I mean,
or goes to a restaurant. I mean, like like the fine dining stuff that you do on occasion. Yeah, that's the stuff you're not going to get. And again, that's why you have Vegas. A couple hours down the road, and again, so you have these options of complementing what we already have here.
Yeah, for sure. And then let's talk about what you get in exchange. I mean, I would say in exchange, the physical beauty around here is just, in my opinion, I mean, I know Vegas, there's like a big trail running community there, and you do have the opportunity to go outdoors and stuff. But I just personally think nothing compares to like the St. George beauty in terms of desert beauty. Yeah,
well, and this Red Rock, I mean, it is something to behold. It is something really, I mean, that changes the game completely. Like there's nothing quite like it, even in Arizona, right? Like, just
like dirt.
Yeah,
it's dirt. Yeah, we have dirt, but it's pretty dirt.
It's red dirt.
It's red dirt. Yeah.
Nice dirt. Yeah, it's pretty smart. Like, you like if you go to a Cayenta or whatever, you just see these these cliffs, these red. I mean, it's like nothing that I've ever seen. In fact, when I was talking to a client, I was going, okay, you have a house here with these red cliffs. I'm like, and I'm coming from Southern California. The views that these houses have, I'm like, would I actually take these views over, let's say, an ocean view? And honestly, I think I would, which is crazy to me. But like,
born and raised Southern California.
Yeah, but these
Newport Beach.
Yeah, but these, if you were to wake up every morning and look out to that, you're going, it's just breathtaking.
And then I would say, obviously, I do enjoy more here. It's a slower pace of life. I wouldn't say it's like Sean was saying, glacially slow, but it is a slower pace of life. I would say the people here I find to be very open and nice and
very welcoming.
Very welcoming. You go to a store, people will talk to you, and they'll do it in a way that's like genuinely interested.
They'll pause.
Yeah.
What they're doing. Yeah. And actually have some interest in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, again, for us initially, because we're going, we're used to the big city life, and you just have your blinders on, right? You're just kind of from point A to point B. Yeah. But you gotta go, oh, I can take a breath.
Yeah.
This is a human in front of me.
Yes.
It is actually nice to talk to a human.
Yeah, and you'll see in their eyes, they're like, oh, they're actually genuinely interested in hearing what I have to say.
Exactly. No, it's really nice that way.
Yeah.
And another thing we'll say is that, okay, Vegas traffic is horrific.
Well, on the Strip, yeah.
It's pretty, depending on where you're, it's still, it's trafficy there. Here, again, the locals may say otherwise, but honestly, the traffic is a dream.
If anyone who comes from a metropolitan area, well, there's no traffic.
But so for instance, we always joke around that everything in the St. George area is about 15-minute drive.
Yeah, depending, even wherever you are. Like
it's really weird.
Yeah, if you get a house in Washington, which is the city over, and you think, oh, it's so far away, and then you
put on your navigation,
and you're like, oh, it's only 15 minutes. Literally everywhere you're like, well, I want to go here. Well, it's only 15 minutes, and then you're over here, and you're like, well, I want to go there, and you're like, oh, it's only for 15 minutes.
And you know what? And if you're on the Las Vegas Strip, from going from one casino to the other is about 15 minutes. Like it literally is that. So what you can count, like one city block in Vegas is the equivalent of the entire the county of Washington almost.
And then another question that people have, and we kind of touched on this before, is that, St. George is kind of known as, sin-less city, right? Because, this is, public information. Everyone knows that there is a very large, Mormon population here. This is, again, public information. And obviously, they don't like to drink. They don't have caffeine, at least not in the form of tea or coffee, although I guess soda is fine. But yeah, so...
I guess depending on how devout you are, I suppose.
Yeah, so people wonder, how is it going from, Sin City to a very, where morals are, very highly touted, right? And we have found that, we have been just so welcomed here. It has just been so wonderful. I know that, people always hear stories like, oh,
being excluded.
Your kids will be excluded. We have not found that at all.
Obviously, this is anecdotal, but at least our experience has been neighbors super nice. Yeah. People you meet on the street, super nice. Friends of our, our kids make friends.
Coaches on our team, the teams. My daughter, I've even dropped her off at a Mormon temple to play, and I'm and it was not even brought up. It wasn't even, nobody cared. It's not a thing. Nobody talks. It's nobody cares, right? Yeah. It's not oh, you're not? Oh, okay. We have just...
Not that. That's definitely not been our experience.
Yeah, not at all. People have been so welcoming and so nice. So, and then, people wonder, well, can you get a drink here? Yes, you can. Obviously, It's not the nightlife of Las Vegas.
Yes. You can't go to Bye Bye Baby in Vegas and get alcohol there or wherever you want, or a slot machine,
or walk around with a beer in your hand or other stuff.
Yeah. So obviously we don't have that level of intoxication or anything like that, but there are liquor stores, state liquor stores here, so you can buy. It's not like it was 10, 20 years ago. So over time we have seen a more relaxing of these policies where people, you can go to there's bars here, especially the downtown area.
Yes, the downtown is growing. Yeah. There's bars that are there. Yeah. Breweries. Even a couple weeks ago, I saw there was a big, festival over at the brewery that's down by I don't know exactly where it is, but yeah, there's a big, beer festival. So, it's not like it's not here, right?
Yeah.
St. George...
you can find...
Yeah, St. George is growing, but you're not coming here because you want to live in the big city, right?
Yeah, you're not taking Vegas with you. Yeah. Now, because you can always go back and visit Vegas. So that's, but again, there's enough stuff where your normal day-to-day life is going honestly great. It's, again, it's just a better quality. Obviously we're biased, but we feel like it's better quality of life. Yeah, so we came from a large metropolitan area and moved here. We moved from Orange County, which is a county of 3 million people. So it's a big metropolitan area right next to Los Angeles. About the same size as Vegas Metro.
Yeah, about the same size as Vegas Metro. And so we were wondering, are we going to be able to adjust to the small town life? And we've found that we prefer it, actually, and that we've had no issues, and that also because Vegas is so close.
And we literally just had a little weekend trip.
Yeah, so it's just, I don't find that there's not really been as much of an adjustment as I thought there would be. Yeah. So that's it. That's our video. And remember, as much as we love making these videos, we are licensed realtors in the state of Utah, so what we love more is to help you with your real estate needs. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, what you want to do is you want to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Or you can reach out to us via WhatsApp. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back.